You know that feeling when you've poured your time, energy, and maybe even a bit of your heart into something and someone suddenly questions it, questions you. You weren't expecting it. You thought it was solid. And then there it is, the rush of heat in your face. Your pulse quickens. Your thoughts scramble to respond. And before you realize it, you're explaining or defending yourself. You didn't mean to overreact, it just happened. And even as you're talking, part of you already knows this isn't how I want to show up. After 30 years of training and developing leaders, I've seen this exact moment play out. And yes, it's even happened to me. It's not about ego, it's about emotion. And even the best leaders can get caught in a reactive loop that costs them credibility, connection, and peace of mind. Today, you'll learn what's happening in your brain during those triggered moments, why a simple 3-second pause can change everything, and how to use it to lead yourself and others with greater confidence and calm. So, why do we react the way we do? When something we care about is questioned, it doesn't just sting, it threatens our sense of competence. Our brain reads that emotional discomfort as danger. Within milliseconds, the amygdala, your brain's alarm system, takes over. Stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol flood your system. Your heart rate can jump 10 to 20 beats per minute. Blood drains away from the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for logic and decision making, and rushes to your limbs, preparing you to fight, flee, or freeze. Psychologist Daniel Goleman coined this the amygdala hijack, the moment your emotional brain temporarily takes over your rational one. It's why even grounded, emotionally intelligent people can react in ways that surprise even them. A 2022 Harvard study found that when leaders respond defensively to feedback, their teams lose an average of 17% in productivity the following week. Why? Because reactivity spreads. When people sense tension, they start holding back. Communication slows. Creativity stalls. So, no, your reaction isn't a character flaw, it's biology. But learning to pause before you respond, that's leadership. So we've determined you can't stop your body from reacting, but you can choose what happens next. And that's where the 3-second pause comes in. Neuroscientists at Stanford University described the first few seconds after an emotional trigger as the response latency window. It's a short span of time where your brain can regain control before you speak or act. 3 seconds is the sweet spot, long enough for your nervous system to begin settling, short enough that the silence doesn't feel awkward. That brief pause allows your prefrontal cortex to come back online. You move from reacting to responding, and that's the difference between reacting from hurt and responding from strength. When people see you pause, breathe, and then speak calmly, they see a leader who is composed, confident, and trustworthy under pressure. So, how do you do it in real time? First, you notice the trigger. Your body tells the truth before your words do. My clients have described this as tension in the chest, a tight jaw, a jiggling foot, or a knot in your stomach. You might feel your palms sweating or your heart racing or some other way entirely. Those are your internal alarms. When you feel one go off, silently name it. I feel tense, or I'm irritated, or I feel attacked. This small act of naming activates your brain's braking system, re engaging your rational brain, giving you that crucial first half second to regain composure. It's the first step in deepening self awareness by recognizing your own reactions. The second thing you can do is breathe through your feet. I know this sounds odd, but it's powerful. Shift your attention to your feet. Feel them grounded on the floor. Take one slow inhalation, then slowly exhale. This redirects energy away from the emotional surge and back to the present. And number 3, ask the central question. Before you respond, silently ask yourself, what choice can I make and action can I take in this moment to create the greatest net value? Now, asking the central question may not seem natural at first. For some pointers, download our free guide. See the link in the description below. You see, that single question recenters your purpose and slows the emotional momentum. You move from trying to win to trying to create value. So once you've taken your pause, lead with curiosity. Try saying, can you walk me through what you're seeing that I might have missed? According to a 2023 Center for Creative Leadership study, leaders who respond to challenge with genuine curiosity build 28% more trust within 6 months. Curiosity transforms tension into dialogue. It shows confidence, humility, and self-control, all hallmarks of your A game. So practice makes presence. Like any skill, learning to slow down and pause takes practice. Try one of these drills, the traffic light. In your next meeting, imagine a red light above the person speaking. When they stop, count silently for 3 seconds. Don't respond until the light turns green. The email test. Before responding to an email that stings, draft your reply, but don't send it. Step away for 3 breaths or 3 minutes and then read it again. Most of the time, you'll soften or reframe your response. And if you're still not sure about your response, remember this phrase: when in doubt, don't. Lastly, the mirror moment. Revisit a recent situation that triggered a less than best response. In the mirror, look at yourself in the eye and count 1, 2, 3 before saying what you wish you'd said. Practice until calm feels natural. Now, beware of a couple common pitfalls. For one, over pausing. 3 seconds is ideal. 10 feels uncomfortable. Number 2, the tight smile. Your body language speaks louder than your words. Relax your face. And number 3, defensiveness disguised in a question like, why are you always challenging me? It only restarts the fire. When you, as an individual, consistently model this 3-second pause, you inadvertently give everyone else around you unspoken permission to do the same. Your calm, thoughtful approach becomes contagious. Meetings become more productive because discussions are more focused and less emotionally charged. People feel safer to bring riskier, more innovative ideas to the table because they know you won't be defensive. They trust that their input will be considered thoughtfully. This creates an environment of psychological safety where communication and collaboration flourishes. You're not just improving your own interactions, you're actively shaping a more positive, productive culture. Gallup's 2023 State of the Workplace report found that teams with calm, emotionally regulated leaders resolve conflicts 24% faster and have 30% less HR escalation. But sometimes silence isn't enough. Even after pausing and listening, the feedback you receive is incomplete or inaccurate. That's when you use the yes and data approach. Start by finding something you can agree upon. Yes, you're right. We missed the deadline. This shows you're listening. Then add objective data to clarify the situation. And the root cause came from the vendor's delay in delivering key materials due to tariffs, which we documented on October 1st with their revised delivery schedule. You stay collaborative and clear without giving away your power. Here's a real story. One of my clients, a senior project manager, shared a story that stuck with me. She was questioned about signage that had been installed incorrectly on the owner's property. She felt her heart race. The urge to panic and her instinct to defend was rising. But she caught herself. She paused, breathed, and then said, I'm sure there is a logical explanation. Let me look into that further before we jump to any conclusions. That one moment turned confrontation into collaboration. She investigated the situation further. They found common ground. Her VP later praised her for her leadership under pressure. That's what 3 seconds can do. Conflict at work, it's inevitable, but reacting, fueled by emotion, is absolutely optional. You have a choice. Train yourself to spot those triggers, to ground yourself by breathing through your feet, to ask the central question so you can respond with curiosity and make better decisions. Those 3 deliberate seconds are your superpower. They transform you from the person who can't take feedback into the calm, respected colleague everyone trusts under pressure. The 3-second pause isn't about staying quiet. It's about staying intentional about creating value. It's the practice of self leadership, the ability to choose your A game on purpose, especially when your B game wants to take the wheel. You can't always control your first thought, but you can choose your next one. And that choice, the pause, is where great leadership begins. So here's your challenge. Try it just once this week. Pick a moment, one conversation, and apply the 3-second pause. Then come back and drop a comment telling us how the dynamic changed. We can't wait to hear your stories. And if you want to go deeper, download the one question that changes everything, the simple tool leaders use to shift from reactive to valuegenic thinking in real time. And if you're ready to learn how to use your A game on purpose, click below to schedule a free intro session. And until next time, keep creating value.